Hey everybody, I just want to give another update. This one is on some of my terrain projects I've been working on, basically for myself more than anything, as opposed to foraging brush. But I was talking to some people recently about some ideas we were coming up with terrain pieces. And one of them was woods. And like it would be a piece like this, what I'm thinking of making is a piece like this, and this is just basically a base. I use it for woods, but I can put anything on there, boulders, and make it a boulder field or whatever. It's got some stone texture on there from grit and so on, small stones. But what I was thinking is making something like that, but with more battle damage in it, say craters and things like that. And what it is, basically here's the structure of it, and we'd have some crater holes in it. And when we put the trees in there, they'll kind of look like, be on bases like this, where you got some trees standing up and then you got some damaged and fallen over, and perhaps show some fire damage where it's all blackened and there's no greenery on the top. This is how I usually make my bases for my trees. Lots of rocks, stones, and deadfall. Give you an idea of what I usually do. And I know that Patrick Salash, he's a good guy. He's does a lot of work, does a lot of outstanding work on terrain. He's got some great videos up. Look him up. But he was doing one on trees recently, and the method he uses is basically what I do, and that's to go out in the woods and get yourself some trees like that. And the only thing I'd add to what he does is that microwave these limbs, kill all the microbes and things in them. It'll make them last longer, for one. And seal your trees. What I usually do is use white glue mixed with some water, half and half, go over the trees entirely, maybe 2 coats, and it'll really put some longevity into the trees. That's basically what I did here. And I usually dry brush them a little bit as well. Bring out the bark and the appearance of them. It's a washer. And yeah, they look fantastic and they'll last a long time. Oh, and another thing is you might want to try is when you're putting your trees on bases, whether it's, you know, stuck into something like this, or it's on a base like this, a washer or whatever, or in this case card. What I use is something called Clay. It's basically paper mache. And it looks like this. And it's available in any craft store. It's basically paper. And when you add water to that, it gets really solid. It takes about 24 hours to dry, maybe even a little longer. But what I usually do is I mix white glue and water with it to make it even more strong. And it's easy to shape and mold the way you want. And what I usually do is I put that on the base of my trees, and it kind of adds a lot of stability to the tree. Whether it's on card like this or whatever, I use it for there. You can see it. It'll hold the tree basically forever. It ain't going anywhere. These trees, incidentally, are made with wire. A little different look. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, basically what I want to do is get some woods like this that have a lot of battle damage already in it. So I pop it on the table, and there it is. My Flames of War and stuff. Devo, don't know if you know him, he's on YouTube. He makes a lot of battle reports for Flames of War, does a lot of Flames of War. Good friends with him. We've been doing some talking. And we were talking about making a hilly area. And I'm a great fan of showing 3D terrain in the table, getting height on it. I love height in my games. And one of the ideas I threw at him and came up with was making these very large pieces. Like this would be a 6x4 table, for an example. And these would be pretty big pieces, like 2 foot. Like this might be 3 foot by 2 foot big in size. And it's 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick foam sandwich board. This one will be cut in half, so you get 2 pieces. Geomorphic, so you can put them together like this, or you could have them in corners and lay them any way you want. They could be set on top of each other like this. But what they do is, because they're so big, you can actually have valleys represented in your tabletop. But I don't want them too big because, you know, I don't want to classify them as hills, although I could. is just to add a 3D effect to the basic flat normal table that we play on. So you get your pieces and lay them out like this, and they could just be normal open ground. And then you take your hills, your hill pieces or cliffs or whatever you're using, things like that, and place them on top of these boards. You know, maybe to hide the lines, or to actually show the hills. But it would really, I've played in tables like this, and it really makes it stand out. That 3D effect is amazing. And yeah, I was talking about that with him, how we make these big pieces to break up your table. So that's something I've been working on as well. Yeah, something else, I did find my walls for 25mm scale. These are made out of sandwich board, the foam in the middle between two pieces of card. That's what it looks like. I did actually find them, and I love that stuff because you can make actual little blocks, little bricks, scatter them around, and they look great. And here's the 15mm ones I made. Don't mind the shiny static grass. I don't know what happened there, but I gotta fix that. But this is a 15mm version made out of popsicle sticks for the wall and for the base. That's about it. Card on the top. Show the capstones. So there you go, folks. There's 15mm and 28mm. So yeah, I did actually find them. That's what I've been doing for that. As far as my own gaming is concerned, there's my Shermans. I got them all base coated. I still got to highlight them. I got that Panther and the Koenig Tiger. I usually cover them with base coat them with middle stone color, and then highlight them with some yellow, desert yellow, because I like that middle stone color actually. Yeah, there he is. So that's coming along, taking me time. I can only do it in my free time. So that's that. I'm also working on these walls, hovels. Basically, I got these for the English Civil War. They're 15mm scale, and they're all resin. Pretty nice, actually. I'm putting them on card bases, and that's what it'll look like. There's a card base. Glued them on there and gave them black primer. So I'm working on that too. It'll go good. So yeah, that's what I've been doing with my gaming so far. Still got plenty more to do. Stuff to keep me busy. Forge and brush keeps me very busy. I don't know how well you can see that. This was my Warhammer General. The black and red theme that I had throughout my army, which I still do. Some of the things I have not played with in a long time. Yeah, paper pinions. I love these guys. Fantastic. Here's some huts that I made quite a while ago for 40K actually. They were supposed to be an orc village. They were supposed to have orc glyphs along the sides. Never did that. I kept them generic so they can be used with anything. But that's basically a Pringles can and card roof with spackle texture. I dry brush the hell out of it. Yeah, that's that. Here's another one. Pretty nice. Pringle can. Nice. Finally finished that. It's got the banner all painted. I did that a few days ago actually. That's a Forge and Brush product actually. It's not mine, so that's going to be sold. And yeah. So that's what I've been doing, folks. That's how far along I am with Flames of War. Got some other things to do. I might put up another video later today doing some reviews on some products. Quick and dirty reviews, since I'm not really into the detailed reviews. I know Tabletop Gamer does that a lot, so I'll let him take care of the detailed stuff. But yeah, that's my progress so far, folks. Hopefully I'll get some battle reports up and some other good things. I got a lot of plans for Flames of War. One more thing before I go. I have some dwarfs here that I found in my stock that I believe Tristan two mates will be familiar with. Yeah, Tristan, these guys are for you. I'll be sending them off to you. These are those little dwarfs that you need. So I have a bunch more like this and some others. I'm going to put a whole package together and send it off to you. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I don't need them. I'm not going to do anything with them. I got some spare shields and stuff to go with them. So there you go. There they are.